Hello there viewers, and welcome back to another video today here on Gran Turismo Sport. So today we are racing around the Red Bull Ring in round 4 of the Club 100 GT series. So we are racing in Group 3 cars in a reverse grid race. So I'm starting in second place for this race, having been taken out in the previous race and finishing second to last in that. So we're starting in P2. But before I show you the race itself, I'm going to first of all show you a practice race that I did a few days beforehand. Okay, so here we are then on the grid at the Red Bull Ring. So starting in P6, starting in last place on the grid, and we're in this race. We've got good company actually. We've got the championship leader in front of us, Nathan. We've got the reigning champion to the left of us, we've got Ryan, and we've got Callum up in second place, who is an esports driver in his own right, a very, very good driver. So head down to turn 1 then, up the inside. Oh. Bit of contact there. I think I braked a little bit too late then, as I thought about going for the move into turn 1 but did not. So now we're at the back of the pack, we're in the slipstream. What we're going to do for turn 2, we've got a couple of drivers defending, so I go to the left, try and see if I can yeet it around the outside, which I very much do to too much of an extent, to be honest, as I go smashing into the back of Callum. But it doesn't really matter, to be honest. This is only a practice race. So this race is a 50% distance race, and the reason why I'm showing you this is because 4 of the drivers in this race, specifically Nathan, Ryan, Callum and the RC guy, they are on medium tyres, whereas myself and Martin are on softs. And the reason why that's significant is because for this race, tyre wear is very much an issue. Red Bull Ring is a reasonably twisty circuit, it's quite a twisty track, and so it is reasonably tough on its tyres. Now these races in the Group 3 league, they're half an hour long with tyre wear set to ×3, which means that by the end of the race, around a track like the Red Bull Ring, the softs are absolutely knackered. They are knackered. So you've got a choice. Do you do the whole race on a set of softs, so you're really fast at the start but slow at the end? Do you go on mediums, slow at the start, quick at the end? Or do you try and do the one stop where you pit? Now the one stop around this track is absolutely not an option. As we look up the inside of RCM person, whoever he is, one stop is not an option. Reason being, the pit lane loss time here at the Red Bull Ring is absolutely enormous. Like you enter the pit lane and you take a good year or two to get to your pit box. I think the actual time is 28 seconds to get to your pit box. So one stopping absolutely not an option. So yeah, you got to decide: do you start on softs or do you start on mediums? Now we're on soft tyres here. Managed to make up 2 places so far. Callum, I don't think he was really trying too much in this race, overtook him quite easily, and now got past RCMBE2, I don't know what to call him, to be honest. And so yeah, we're on the soft tyres. Now got Martin in front, also on the soft tyres, so I'm going to have to try and reel him in here. So as I skip ahead a few laps, we're on lap 5 now of the race, and we have managed to catch up to Nathan and Martin. So heading down towards turn 2, and we are in the slipstream of Martin. Are we, well, quite far back here, are we going to look to do a move? No, we're not. We're just going to brake normally for the corner, but Nathan and Martin do brake very early as they try and avoid one another, and Martin gets an almighty twitch coming out of that corner. I do believe Martin is on the controller, because yeah, that car was very, very leery there. That looked like a bit of a sim twitch. Heading down to turn 3 now. We're on the outside, not a great position to be in, braking at the 100 board, and well, Nathan doesn't brake at the 100 board, he brakes significantly later than that. So we're up the inside of the championship leader Nathan, and I think he's now off in the gravel trap. So that's that move done, up into P3. Now we're on the inside of Martin into turn 4. Can we make the move stick? We are going side by side through turn 4, George Russell's least favourite corner on this circuit, and he's now, is he going to keep the move? Is he going to keep P2? No, he is not. Went in a bit deep then into turn 5, and we managed to make the move stick in second place. So at this moment in the race, like I say, we're on soft tyres, so we have the advantage over the medium tyre drivers. So you've got Ryan up ahead, the reigning champion. He's on the mediums, so we will be faster than him now. But as we get further and further on through this race, our advantage will lessen and lessen and lessen. And theoretically, well, when we get to the halfway point, we should have no advantage at all, because our tyre wear, although we will have softer tyres, our tyre wear will be worse, and so the tyres will level out. And then of course, beyond lap 10, the medium drivers should have the advantage, as their tyres are in far better nick, and they should start pulling away. However, as we catch up Ryan in little more than a lap, I've managed to reel Ryan in from a 2-second gap, managed to catch him right up as we now begin lap 8. I'm in his slipstream on the way down to turn 1. Are we going to go for the move? Yes we are. Can we outbrake him into the first corner on the brakes? Leaving him space on exit, and yes, we do manage to make the move stick. So now up into the lead, having started at the back, and well, you can see at this moment in time we very much do have the tyre advantage. And considering that we are more than a third of the way through what would be the race itself, that is quite, yes, that is a point to take note of. Let's say the soft tyres, certainly at this moment in time, do have a lot more grip than Ryan on his mediums. As we approach the final lap of this practice race now, we've got Ryan right on our back bumper in our slipstream. He's looking to go up my inside. I'm blocking into this penultimate corner here, so instead Ryan is sending it round the outside here in a very ambitious overtaking move. He's managed to hold it round the outside, actually on the outside again for the final corner, but no, I don't leave him any space in exit, and well, Ryan ends up actually sinking down to third place, and we've now got Nathan right on our back bumper. Is he going to go up our inside? No, he's not. He's going to try it around the outside. Is he going to make it stick? No, he's not. Quite rightly pulls out of that move then before I run him out of road on exit. So on this final lap now, as my controller decides to die, we're heading up towards this second corner. We've got all 3 cars right behind us. Nathan, Martin and Ryan all trying to get up our inside, but no. None of them managed to make the move, and in fact they end up fighting with each other on exit, and that ends up winning us the race. So at this point our tyres are still in pretty good nick, and we've still got very much an advantage over the fastest drivers, over the medium tyre drivers should I say. So as we come across the line, as we win the practice race, definitely at this point I'm like, yeah, soft tyres are the way to go for this race. Anyone who uses the mediums is just going to sink like a sack of spuds at the start of the race and will most likely not be able to make that time up. So starting P2 now for the race proper. Remember, starting P2 in this race, having finished second to last in round 3 in the oval race where we got taken out. So second place on the grid, we got on pole, we've got Malu CM, we've got Callum Marshall. Like I say, one of the fastest drivers in this league, so it's going to be very difficult to beat him, aside from the fact he's put mediums on. He was the only person to put mediums on. As the 5 lights go out and we get away off the line and forget to turn our hazards lights off, so heading down to turn 1, is it going to be a clean turn 1? And no, it's not. No, it's not, as we get a punt into turn 1 from Jack Cameron Drayton. Fortunately though, it didn't really cost us anything because, well, he just gave us a boost really. He gave us an excuse to extend the track limits. So heading down to turn 2 now, got a little bit of a gap behind us. Are we going to get dive bombed by anybody into the second corner? No, we are not, although we do nearly go into the back of Callum Marshall. So like I say, Callum was the only person to put mediums on for this race, and well, yeah, it shows. It shows after not too long. We've got Jack on our back bumper now going into the turn 3. Is he going to go for a move? No, he's not. Or is he? He's just kind of going to leave his nose there, and then we're now side by side on exit. I should be able to keep second place here into turn 4, as I have got the inside line, and I do manage to do so. So we're in P2 at this moment in time, and well, we very quickly start to catch Callum back up, and well, I'm reluctant to overtake Callum because I know just how quick he is, and I don't really want to be fighting him. I want to follow him and sort of let him pull me along, but unfortunately he is so slow through the corners that soon becomes an unviable option, and I have to go for the move. As we're on lap 4 now, we are heading towards turn 1. We're in his slipstream, we are 1.5 tenths behind, and yeah, I am reluctant to overtake him, but I do. The reason why I'm reluctant to go past is because when you fight, you lose time, and when you're against such a fast driver, you don't really want to be scrapping with them with 24 minutes to go. But yeah, we do make the move. We are now up into the lead of the race. Can we pull away from the pack behind? Remember, Ryan and Nathan are in this race. They started at the back. They started 13th and 14th respectively. But as you can see by the tower on the left, it's lap 5 and Ryan is already up to P2. So Ryan's already in second place. You've got Nathan in 5th. They've made a very good start, especially Ryan, done a very good charge through the field. And well, less than a lap later, we've got Ryan right on our backside as we exit turn 1, as we now blast up towards the second corner, up towards the hairpin. I put my indicator on, so I put my indicator on at this point because I did not want to fight Ryan. There's 22 minutes of the race remaining, and well, as we've seen so far in this race, Ryan is very quick. He's already gone from last to first, so I didn't want to fight him at this point. I waved Ryan through, but fortunately we were actually quite quick. We had decent pace, and over the course of the next 10 minutes that we've just jumped forwards, he did not pull away much. He's only 1.5 seconds ahead at this point, so he did kind of manage to keep up with Ryan. Now got Nathan on our backside, as you can see. Again with Nathan, I don't want to fight him, there's no point. I know he's quicker than me. Just going to let him through, indicate to the right as I'm doing here, let him through at the hairpin, and just basically use his slipstream to pull me along. Use his slipstream, pull me along, keep me away from the guys behind, try and stop myself from falling back into the pack, and well, it is successful. As we move ahead to the final lap and a half of this race, we've got Ryan in front, only 2 seconds in front, which I was really happy with at this point in time, to keep up with Ryan, and well, Ryan gets the curb glitch. So for those of you that don't know much about the Red Bull Ring on Gran Turismo Sport, as you exit turn, whatever that is, turn 5, the rumble strips on exit, there's this weird sort of texture glitch thing, and when you drive over those rumble strips, occasionally the rumble strip will just fire you off into the wall, and well, that's what happened with Ryan there. Fortunately for Ryan, he did manage to catch the slide and only lost about 1.5 seconds, so he managed to stay in front of me as we enter the final lap of the race. In his slipstream, can we make a move? We are 6 tenths behind, and Ryan is very quick driver, so it's going to be difficult to get past him here. Now if you have a look at the graphic down in the bottom left hand corner of the screen, if you have a look at the tyre graphic, our tyres are really quite knackered at this point in time. On GT Sport, as you get near to halfway down the tyre wear on that graphic, I find that your tyres tend to fall off a cliff. So if you have a look at the lap times on the right, we were doing consistent 128s at the start of the race, then creeping into the 129s as the race goes on, and as for the last few laps here, we've gone well into the 129s, with the last lap being a 129.8, and this lap I think it was actually ended up being a 1 minute 30.0, so the tyres really do start to fall off a cliff at the end of this race, but I managed to hold on. Got Ryan in front, end up not quite getting past Ryan. I did actually put traction control on, as you may see down in the bottom right hand corner, to help myself deal with the the lack of traction from the tyre wear. And yeah, as we enter the final few corners, ends up being a 3rd place, which I was very happy with at the time. It was a clear 3rd, way ahead of the pack behind. We're what, 7.5 seconds ahead, and yeah, very happy with this. Coming into rounds 3 and 4, I was actually on -5 points. So yeah, managed to be on -5 points by scoring 4 points in the first round, 6 points in the second round, and then getting a 15-point deduction for changing to the Corvette for this round. So we were on -5 points coming into tonight. Ended up coming out of it though, I think on 14 points, and joint, well, not, I don't think we were last in the championship, I think we were second to last in the championship, which is not too bad considering the absolute battering we had in the first 3 rounds. So yeah, 3rd place. Hope you enjoyed watching that video, guys. It was a very enjoyable race for myself. Certainly my best result of the season, and obviously getting on the podium in Club 100 in the proper Group 3 feature race. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, next video, it's a good one. It's a very good one. There are some brilliant racing in the next one, and ends up being a rather good result. So I hope you guys enjoy that race, and I will see you all then. Goodbye.